Seems good.
This guy, can you please unmute? Hoàng Chi, can you please unmute? Everyone, can you please unmute? Thanh Ngọc. Hoàng Chi. Hoàng Chi, can you please unmute? Hoàng Chi, can you hear me? Hoàng Chi. Hoàng Chi, can you hear me? Can you please unmute?
Did you?
Assistant, could you kindly put her in the breakout room if she's...
Okay, I think she found out.
I think she got it. Yeah.
I think Huang Chi was deep in thoughts.
Can you please put your hand at your chest?
Put your hand on chest, right? Put your hand on chest, right? Doesn't sound.
Can you please say, hello, Venerable Sir? I can hear from you well, so can you please one more time? Can you speak more loudly? Loudly, please. Hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm fine. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you and hear you again. And now this time I'm greeting you from Thailand. I will be in Thailand now for a few days. So before we start, I will remind the organizers about a very important thing. Make sure that all students who come have covered knees, navel, and shoulders. All right. If they do not have them covered, you immediately need to take them to a breakout room. All right. It's very important. Okay, so I think we can start with meditation. So everybody, let's sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Make sure your legs, hands, and face are visible. I think that seems to be pretty successful. But Mai Nguyen Khan is not sitting in a meditation posture. You know how to sit in a meditation posture? This is actually not a meditation posture. And I do not remember seeing your name before. Did you already come here before? Yes, you did? Okay. Now this posture is good. What about Tan Ngok? Do you think you can sit in a meditation posture? This is not a meditation posture. No, not at all. Tan Ngok. You see, you can do that. Very well. Anyone else? Looks pretty good. Very good. So let's start. So we will today meditate 10 minutes. We're progressing very fast. We'll today meditate 10 minutes. All right. So make sure that during these 10 minutes, you don't move. All right. Not moving and keeping your back erect. These are the two basic principles, the two basic requirements for a successful meditation session. If you move, or if your back is not erect, it's a failure. All right? So be very, very strict about that. Okay. So as we're sitting in a comfortable meditation posture, make sure your back is erect, eyes cast down. And we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly from now on for 10 minutes. I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement from now on for 10 minutes. I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing as we are aging. The body is changing. And now we are just considering the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. And we just allow, we don't need to focus or to see or to feel, not at all. Just like you allow the sun to rise and to set, allow the pieces of flesh in the body to be heavy, to be light. And we continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And we enjoy this heaviness. We allow this body to be the way it is. As we give the body the freedom to be the way it is, we ourselves achieve freedom from worry about the body. So let's enjoy this freedom. Let's enjoy this peace. Now let's share our peace with other living beings. In our minds, voicelessly, we will allow, we will wish. May all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. We have one more minute. We watch the relationship between the mind and the permission that all living beings, including ourselves, can enjoy peace. What is that relationship? Is it a close relationship, which means it is very easy to give that permission and to be with that permission? Or is it a distant relationship where it is difficult because thoughts are coming or you're drowsy? Or are they one? Is the permission that all beings, including me, are in peace, is actually the mind itself? And the mind is the permission. Watch the difference, the change in that relationship. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. Okay, well done. As soon as you finish your meditation, take 1 minute to just enjoy the peace you gain and help your legs to regenerate so that you get all of the sensations and control over your legs before you start to walk or run or jump somewhere. Very well. So now everybody please come close to your devices, and I would like to ask you my first question. How many days out of the last 7 did you meditate? Oh, it appeared and immediately disappeared. I don't know if others can see it. I cannot see it.
Can you see the please, Mr. Thật?
Can others see it? Oh, now I see it. Now
Yes, I can see it.
yeah, it's good. It's good. So still 3 people need to vote. So please come to your devices. If you don't see it, what helps is you click or tap on your Zoom application, and then it should appear. Mm-hmm. 2 more people. We are waiting for 2 more people to vote. Check your device and see if there is a question that you could answer. All right. So we didn't, well, not many people are actually coming now for the class anymore. So we have only 13 people who voted out of 15. Well, we are here 21 people, but only 15 are the students to vote. So make sure you are close to your device so that you can always vote very fast and accurately. So we did get over 50%, but not much. Only 54% out of you did meditate at least 5 times last week. And that's not much. That's not much. I would like to see at least 75%. So I would like to ask all of you who meditated, well, that's just 4 people. Anyway, all of you who meditated 7 days, all of the 7 days every day, please raise your Zoom hand. Very well. So you see, these are our champions for the last week. These are our champions. So those of you who did not make it, those of you who did not meditate all 7 days, you're not champions. And those of you who did not make even 5 times, you're losers. But only for 1 week. Now you can change it. You can become champions starting from now. If you make strong determination to meditate every single day, whatever it costs, one way or another, sit down for meditation. Now, today we meditated 10 minutes. But if you meditate at least 5 minutes, it still counts. Okay? I didn't say those of you who meditated at least 10 minutes, please say you meditated. No, I didn't do that. If you meditate at least 5 minutes, but it must be the formal style. You cannot just like observe your breath for 5 minutes while you're going by car, or when you're talking with a friend and then say you meditated 5 minutes. No, that doesn't count. Counts only when you separately sit down and in your meditation posture you erect your back and you make your determination in the beginning. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness. And then after those 10 minutes, you truly finish. Then that is the formal meditation. Or if you meditate 5 minutes, if you meditate on breath, it's okay, you can. If you sit down in meditation posture, erect your back, make the determination from now on for 5 minutes, I will meditate on breath without any movement. And indeed, for 5 minutes you watch your breath or think or fall asleep, really doesn't matter. But the intention is to to observe the breath throughout the 5 minutes. Well, then that actually counts. All right, regardless what is the success, we are here talking about your effort, not about your success. Okay. Fine. So I would like to ask Luong Min Tuan or Tuan? Tuan, right? Can you, did you meditate the last 7 days every day? Okay.
Yes.
Did you find it easy to find time to meditate every day?
Yeah.
How long time did you meditate each time?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. What do you do in meditation? How do you meditate?
I focus on my breathing.
I see. Okay. Did you ever try meditation on muscles?
Not yet.
But did you follow meditation on muscles now as we were meditating together?
Yeah.
So that means that today you did try meditation on muscles, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So how was it? Did you experience any peace?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about to try it now for the upcoming week so that you see how it works and have better opportunity to decide which of the two, breath or muscles, works for you?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Luong Min Tuan, did you always find it easy to meditate every day? Or did you ever find it difficult? Were there some difficulties some days?
I find it easy because I meditate every day for a couple of months already, so I find it's very easy to meditate.
I see, because it's a habit, right?
Yeah.
Very well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'll continue to Isabella. You can remove your Zoom hand, Long Min Tuan. Isabella, did you meditate all of the last 7 days?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you find it easy to find time and to really sit down to meditate every single day?
No, I didn't really find it that easy.
Okay. So when it is challenging, can you tell us more about that challenge and how do you resolve that challenge?
On Sundays, I mostly spend my time doing schoolwork or doing housework or spending time with my friends. So I try to find a time, a specific time where I'm free for a while.
Mm-hmm. What is the time that wins?
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was before I started to shower.
It's enough if you tell me morning, evening, or noon.
It was in the afternoon.
Oh, in the afternoon. Okay. If afternoon works, well, then that's great. Nice. Thank you very much. And I will continue to Tao Lien. Tao Lien. Right? Seems like that. Tao Lien. So, can you tell us, did you meditate all of the 7 days every day? And I cannot hear you at all. You probably need to switch to the new microphone. Do you know how to do that? In Zoom, if it is a laptop, I still cannot hear you at all. You will have there a mute button, a microphone with mute button, and there will be a little roof-like, a little roof-like button. You need to click on that tiny little button, and there you will have option to choose your microphone. Still cannot hear anything at all from you. Absolutely cannot hear anything. It probably is because of the device or because of the setting in Zoom. Yes, you can look in the chat box. There is a little help from one of the teaching assistants. At the bottom left corner, you will see a little microphone picture. You can click on the little roof-like tiny little button and then you will see an option to select a microphone. See if that would work. Cannot hear anything. I will get back to you later. So I'll continue with Huang Chi. So did you meditate every day the last 7 days? And did you find it easy to sit down for meditation every day? Huang Chi.
Yes.
You found it easy? Okay. Do you always find it easy to start your meditation? Or do you sometimes find it difficult?
It's easy.
Always it's easy? I see. So whenever it's the new day, do you meditate in the morning or night?
Night.
You meditate at night. So every time when the time for your meditation comes, you're energetic, enthusiastic, happy, looking forward to meditate, and you just sit down and you meditate every single day like that? That's good. Nice. Congratulations. And I continue to Diklam. So did you meditate all of the 7 days?
Yes.
And did you find it easy to meditate every day? Not always. When it is challenging, how is it challenging? Can you tell us more about it?
Like I can sometimes I cannot let my back erect, so it's hard to control my back.
Your back is painful?
Yes.
Is it always painful, also outside of meditation?
Yes.
I see. So, how long has it been that your back has been painful?
Like I don't know.
Is it years or months?
It's a month.
Several months? I see. Any idea how did it start? What was the reason that it started?
I don't know. It's just when I sit, sometimes it's just pain. It doesn't hurt.
Do you usually sit with back erect, or do you usually slouch when you're sitting?
Usually,
Probably slouch, right? Did you already try something? Did you already see a doctor or try some exercises?
I just try some exercise.
I see. Well, if the back pain is like this, permanent or chronic, it's better to see a doctor so that it doesn't get worse. Some exercises can make it worse. So you'd better see a doctor. Maybe the doctor will tell you something. There's a special kind of doctors who can help you with back. Their name is chiropractitioner. Have you ever heard of chiropractitioners?
No.
Now you do. So you can Google that. You can find the closest chiropractor to your place. Where do you live?
Can you say this again?
Where do you live?
I live in
Means in which country do you live?
Vietnam.
You live in Vietnam. Well, I don't know how many chiropractors could there be in Vietnam. And I don't know how many of them have their Google, how many of them are registered in Google. But you may have some traditional doctors and some traditional people who may help you. So I'm sure if you ask your parents, they will do their maximum. Okay? Diklam. Do you agree that it may be useful to search a doctor?
Yes.
Great. Nice. Thank you very much. So then let's try with Tao Lien. See if you can unmute and tell me something. Yes, good. So we have some success. But even though you have a nice gadget, you will need to keep it close to your mouth and speak louder because it seems it doesn't create too much of volume. So make sure that you speak louder and keep the volume close to your mouth. So, did you meditate all of the last 7 days?
Yes, Venerable sir.
Very well. Did you find it easy to meditate every single day? Uh-huh. Okay. So, do you meditate in the morning or evening? Now I cannot hear you. I think you need to talk really louder. I am trying. Cannot hear you. So, could it be because of, does the device use batteries? Seems like we have lost the lady. Okay. Doesn't matter. So, let's continue. Now, what shall we do is I will introduce you to the recitations. I will introduce you to the recitations. You will be reciting things. Now, the first thing that you will start to recite is the thanks, is the expression of your gratitude to the Buddha for the fact that he went out and he shared his teachings, even though he didn't have to. All right? He was specifically requested by the highest and the most powerful God in the world. That's true. But still, the Buddha decided to share the teachings after he was wondering if the people would ever appreciate it and realize it. So we are thankful to the Buddha for his teachings, and therefore we recite our thanks. The thanks is Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So now you need to be careful about the length of the syllables. If your syllable that is short is pronounced as long, then that's a disaster. If a long syllable is pronounced as short, it's a disaster. Why? Because it may have an insulting, bad, wrong meaning. So be careful, pronounce all syllables right, so that you are confident that your thanks is not an insult, but it's really thanks. Okay? But it's a thanks, right? So you don't want to insult another person when you're saying your thanks. All right. So Namo, the first one is short, the second one is long. Na-mo. When you write it, you write them as short, Namo, but that's not how you read it. You read this O long because it's at the end of the word. Namo. Then the second word, tassa. Now because there are double S, you need to get stuck a little on the S. So tassa. It is not tassa, it is tassa, because there are two S, T-A-S-S-A. Namo tassa. Short, tassa. And then we always get three short, one long. Bhagavato arahato. Easy to remember. Three short, one long. When you write it, it's all short. But O, when it is at the end of a word, is actually read long, even though you write it short. Bhagavato arahato. And then we get samma. So short and long. You need to get stuck at M because there are double M. Samma sambuddhassa. All of them are short. Samma sambuddhassa. You see, you always get stuck a little at the consonant because it's double. Mb, two consonants. Buddh. DDH. DH is actually one consonant. Be careful. DH is one consonant. DH. Two consonants. Hassa. Sa is double S. Sambuddhassa. You see? 3 times you get double consonant. So that's about pronunciation. Now what about some meaning into it? Did I explain the meaning last class? Did I explain the meaning? Does anyone remember the meaning? Isabella, do you remember me explaining the meaning last class? No, you don't? Well, then that means I didn't explain it. So, meaning, Namo. Namo means bowing. It is bending. So if you want to bend something, what shall I bend in here? I don't want to bend cables, they could be destroyed. Shall I bend? Good. I have here a little piece of cloth. So now the piece of cloth is straight. I will bend it. You see? That's called Namo. Bending. But Namo also means bowing, paying respect. Because at that time, the people bend their back or their neck. You see? When people do this, when they greet each other, hello, then that is called bending. In Pali language, Namo. Tassa means to him. If you said tassa, it is to her. So that's something else. Well, the Buddha was a male, so you cannot call him a female. It's like if you call a king, you call him queen. Well, then that's not right. He's a king. He's not a queen. If you call a queen a king, it's also not right. All right. So you cannot call the Buddha by her. All right, because he was he. Okay. Tassa, short. Bhagavato means he was exalted. He was above the suffering of the world. No more suffering. All right. The Buddha was free from birth, old age, illness, and death. And therefore he was Bhagavato. He was above suffering, out of suffering. Arahato. He has killed his enemies. What are the Buddha's enemies? Greed, hatred, ignorance. He has killed them all. No more greed, hatred, ignorance. Samma Sambuddhassa. Rightly and fully awakened. He has fully understood the Four Noble Truths. So when you pay respect to the Buddha, you say, I bow to him, and then you remind yourself, who's this him? Bhagavato, the one who is free from all suffering. Arahato, the one who has killed all of his enemies, greed, hatred, ignorance. Samma Sambuddhassa, rightly and fully awakened to the Four Noble Truths. Now, some of you maybe have heard some other meanings of these words, and they're right, because these words are very deep and they have a lot of meaning. But I have selected some of the meanings that may be helpful for you as you go through this course, because we will be looking exactly at these points. We'll be looking at how to get free from suffering, at how to kill your enemies, your greed, hatred, ignorance, and how to fully understand the Four Noble Truths. All right, so now practice. I will do some practice. So I will ask each and every one of you to recite that sentence. I will write that sentence in the chat box so that it helps you. All right. So now I will ask you, each and every person, to read that sentence. All right. After you finish, please raise your Zoom hand so that I do not ask anyone 2 times or 3 times. All right. So let's start with D lam. Can you please read the sentence to me according to the way how I've explained? I see. Cannot connect. Oh, wow. Cool. Wow, they turned off the electricity. Let's see if I can do something through this. My laptop. No idea. Ask them to write. I see. Oh, that's such a consistent stuff. Oh, wait a little. Wow. I don't know how. I'm connected to something. I don't know to what. So look at that. What happened in Thailand? We have lost electricity. In Thailand, we have lost electricity. So I'm in the dark. Okay, so I think this will be very interesting. Now let's continue. All right. So I was asking Diklam to pronounce the sentence. You still have it? I don't have it, but I remember it. So I'm listening.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Sounds good. Pretty good. Just make sure, just a little note about the Bhagavato. The bh actually is just one consonant, so you need to read them together. Bha. Can you say that? Bha. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Lung Chi Tien. Can you read the sentence for us?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Very well. Thank you. Please raise your hand because you have finished the reading. And Du Tai. I'm waiting for Du Tai to raise it, to unmute and read the sentence for us. Okay, that takes too long. So I would like to ask the teaching assistants to take Du Tai and explain to him it's not the first time with Du Tai. And then we continue. Ho Ku Kan.
Yes.
Please read the sentence for us.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
So that's actually not correct. The vowel at the end of Namo and then Bhagavato and Arahato is actually long, and it needs to be clear from your pronunciation. Namo tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Can you try it?
Okay. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, sounds pretty good. Fine. Dai, can you unmute yourself and read the sentence for us?
Yes.
Super. I'm listening.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Sounds good, but I am missing the H, the H sound. Can you give a little bit more stress on the H sound? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Yes. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
You see? Totally no H at all. Can you say bha? Can you say dha? You see, you can. So, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Can you see that? So, try to recite it slower and see if you can do it right this time.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay. Sounds a little better. Always remember that. All right. So now let's continue. Please raise your Zoom hand, and we continue to Huang Chi. So I would like to ask Did Tai to raise his Zoom hand, please. Yes. And because Isabella did not read it yet, yes, you remove it. And now I'm listening to Huang Chi.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Namo tassa.
I hear the to short from you. So see if you can be more emphatic and emphasize the length. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Namo tassa.
Samma sambuddhassa.
Sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, very well. Thank you. That was fine. Tao Lien. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Jake.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
I'm hearing it short. See if you can lengthen it. Actually, the length is described in our scriptures. If it is short, it is the length of one snap of fingers. If it is long, it is two snaps. You see? So the difference is actually 100 and 200%. So you need to have the long one double the length of the short one. So please try again.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, fine. Remember to keep them as long as you can. Okay, fine. Max?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
I hear it short. No way. See if you can make it long. Like when you say blue, you don't say blue. You say blue, right? So in the same way you say Namo, all right? You cannot say Namo. Doesn't work. Arahato is wrong. It needs to be Arahato, Bhagavato. All right? You need to add there the length. Otherwise, it's not right. So please try again, Max.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, I see it's still challenging for you, but remind yourself always that it needs to be longer. Otherwise, that's not correct. So I will continue to Isabella.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
I hear your Samma and your Namo well. It seems there you do it long properly. But in Bhagavato, Arahato, I see it too short. See if you can lengthen it a little more.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Totally short. Absolutely unacceptable. So this to must be long. Bhagavato, Arahato. Do you know the song which is played during Christian marriage? How do you?
No.
You don't know it? You don't know it's a world famous one.
Oh, yes.
Ta 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 ta. You know? You know what it is? So
Yes.
his name? I forgot his name.
Repeat,
Beethoven,
please.
right? Isn't it from Beethoven?
I didn't hear properly, sorry.
Okay, you don't know it. Doesn't matter. So it's like that. So it's a little bit of singing. Bhagavato, Arahato, Samma, Sambuddhassa. All right. So it needs to be correct. Otherwise, it doesn't sound well to my ears that understand Pali language. So you need to pronounce it correctly, okay? So Bhagavato, you can go with the sound a little bit lower so that it's easier for you to remember that. So try it again.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Perfect. Well done. Timo?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, that's good. Luong Min Tuan?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
So actually you have it all short, and that's not right. You need to distinguish short and long. Namo. You see? Na is short, mo is long. Why? Because you stay there a little longer time. Namo. Can you say that? Namo.
Namo.
Okay, that's not bad. Can you say Bhagavato?
Bhagavato.
Okay. So Arahato.
Arahato.
Yes, you can do it. So now can you read whole the sentence?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
That's good, but your tassa in the second syllable was too long. So tassa must be nicely short, all right? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Try it.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, the samma, however, is long. But I think you will need to do some more training yourself. So see if you can train a little bit more. Remember the sentence, when O is at the end of a word, it needs to be read long. That's what will help you. Okay, I will continue to who remains? Ryan Zhu. Can you read the sentence for me? How should I read your name, Ryan?
Ryan Chu.
Right.
You muted yourself. I don't know. How should I read your name? Unmute yourself. Keep it unmuted.
Ryan.
And the
Ryan.
yes. And the second part?
What?
Ryan Chu.
Ryan Zhu.
Zoo. Okay, that's fine. So Ryan, can you read for me the sentence?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, I see you also have problem with the short long vowels. So Namo is the second vowel is longer than the first one, and it needs to be clear. You know, to someone who doesn't hear, it still must be clear. Namo. Okay, Bhagavato. The to must be nicely longer than the previous vowels. Arahato. Okay? Spend with it time. If you spend too long time, it actually doesn't matter much. What matters is if you do it too short. Okay? Try it again.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Okay, it was definitely better, but still it's not perfect. So see if you can train yourself also sometimes and make sure that the long ones are really long and O at the end of the words are read always long. So we'll continue with Tanmo.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Very well. Well done. Thank you. And Minqua. I cannot hear you at all. Seems like your microphone is on, but I cannot hear you.
Namo
Yeah, now it works.
tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Actually, the tassa is both short. So see, and try it again and keep tassa short.
Sambuddhassa.
Namo. So mo is always long because there's O at the end, but tassa is short. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Try it.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Okay, it's a little better, but you will need to do some more practice. Okay, fine. So I think that was pretty good introduction. And we will be actually reciting this starting from the next class, always after our meditation practice. All right. And then I will gradually add more and more and more reciting so that you gradually get more and more familiar with the Pali language. All right. Because as Buddhists in Theravada, you will need to know some Pali. If you don't know Pali, well, then it's not complete. Then your knowledge is not complete. Does anyone have any question about this? Any concerns? Any challenges? Nothing to say. Okay. So we are now 9 minutes over, but we need to continue. So those of you who want to sleep, please go to sleep. Don't worry about that. Those of you who have some other reasons to go, you can, and we will continue with those who remain. I would like to ask Tutam to tell me more again who will be reading their homework, because as I left the meeting, or as I actually lost the meeting and I rejoined, I lost the
Yes, Swante.
Okay, so let's start with Luong Tri Tien, Jake Low, and Luong Min Tuan. Please raise your hands. Everybody, please remove your Zoom hands so the organizers can remove all of the hands. And the three I've said, please keep your hand up. So we still need, yes, that's right. So I think Dik Tai and Ho Ku Kang can both remove their Zoom hand. Make sure, everybody, that during this class you do only one thing, and that's this class. All right, then we can avoid a lot of misunderstandings. So let's start with Luong Chi Tien. Can you please read your note? Just one of the two.
There are other misconceptions and myths about the teenage brain and teenage behavior that are now so ingrained. They are accepted societal beliefs. Teens are impulsive and emotional because of surging hormones. Teens are rebellious and oppositional because they want to be difficult and different. The teenagers occasionally drink too much alcohol without their parents' consent. Their brains are resilient, so they're certainly rebound without suffering any permanent effects.
Very well, thank you very much.
The teenage brain is a wondrous organ capable of titanic stimulation and stunning feats of learning, as you learn in this book.
Okay, well, I asked you to read just one of them. It's fine. So let's continue to Jake. Please also read only one sentence out of your notes.
The teenage brain is at a very special point in development. This is in reference to the fact that teenagers can harness and learn new skills during these years.
Okay, very well. So you were reading pages 0 until 20, right? Jake?
Yeah.
You were reading until 20, I see. I see that I actually have no note from those pages at all. But it's good that you could find there something interesting. And I will ask Luong Min Tuan. Luong Min Tuan? Please read only one sentence. I see you wrote so many. Just one sentence, please.
Children's brain continue to be molded by their environment physiologically well past their mid-20s.
Nice, thank you very much. So that's for your that was your homework so far, and now let's move on to the next portion of your of the book. So you are basically reading the introduction, and now I will suggest to you that you read, I think, the first chapter. Let me see. I say I don't have it ready. Okay. All right. So you were reading Introduction Being Teen. And now let's look at the first chapter, Entering the Teen Years. So you see I have here some markings that's because there are many very interesting things. Entering the Teen Years 22 will be just 10 pages, one one chapter. All right. So we'll go slowly. We are not in a hurry anywhere. So please read just this one, Entering the Teen Years, the chapter 1 of the book, and write 2 sentences. 2 sentences. How do you recognize a sentence? It starts by a capital letter and it finishes by a full stop. That's a sentence. All right. So I want you to write to prepare 2 sentences for the homework, and that is the 2 sentences that you will share in the Facebook group. You can write 100, or you can copy. Well, you actually should not copy at all, but you can make notes up to 10% of the text. That's the legal permission. You could theoretically copy everything, but I'm not sure what the publisher would say about that. What you definitely need to do for the homework is to write only 2 sentences, all right, from anywhere of the text. Ideally, those are sentences that you find inspiring, interesting, new information. Does anyone have any question about that? Anything you'd like to say? No question. Everything is clear. That's good. So, anyone has any other question? Anything you would like to discuss today? If you have ever any Dhamma question that you would like to ask me, either you just ask it like this during the class, or you send me a direct message, a private message in the Zoom. Hopefully you all know how to do that. Or you can send me email. You can send me an email to monksarana at, oh, I have a different keyboard now. Okay, at gmail.com. All right, so anytime you have any question, anything you'd like to discuss with me, now there's this email. I check it about 2 times a day, so I will answer as soon as I can. It was a pleasure to see everybody. I hope to see you again next week. I hope to see that all of you will be the champions. All of you can be champions. All right. If you meditate every day, you become a champion. You become a champion because you win over your defilement. You win over your lust, hatred, laziness, restlessness, and doubt. That is what happens as you meditate. Gradually you remove these defilements of the mind. And that's how you become a champion, that you gradually practice. So I hope that all of you will be champions for the next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Shante. Everyone, can you please unmute? Can you please put your hands at your chest, please? Now, everyone, please say goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Thank you.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Venerable
everybody.
Sir.